Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today we're going to be installing a Fleximount garage storage system sent to me by a big company, Fleximount. First thing you search on, let's say Amazon, you just type in garage storage. One of the first companies that pops up, it's going to be Fleximount, and they make a wide variety of different garage storage systems. Ones that you mount to the ceiling. They even have the style that can drop down. You can load stuff onto it and it brings it back up to the ceiling. They have normal corner shelving, straight shelving, and they sent me a product. I wouldn't say it's best for my needs, but it is a motorized 2 shelving system, part number Echo 24, I believe, Echo 24 Bravo. And basically it's a 2 shelving system that moves up and down the wall. So to me, that is more for either your elderly, disabled, somebody that can't lift a lot. Maybe they have back issues, shoulder issues, where they can't lift a lot of weight, or personnel that can't climb ladders or anything like that and need to get to stuff that they store in the garage. This is going to be really good for them. Now, it's going to work for anybody and everybody, but it's going to be more suited towards the people that might have those issues. You can also install it into studs. You can install it into concrete walls. They provide you with the anchors and everything like that as well. So it's a really nice system, and we're going to install it today so you guys can see what it's like, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Now, also keep in mind, if this isn't the type of shelving system that works or fits your needs, they have a very wide variety of different shelves and really good stuff. So go ahead and check them out. I'll link a couple products down in the description, and then I'll leave their website as well. So thank you guys so much. Let's get the first step. But before we get into that, things you need to think about is clearance. Not just the height, like I stated before, but this is literally probably one of the only spots I can place this mount. For one, my other wall is already set up. My back wall, the only one with outlets, is where my toolbox and workbench is. So one thing to keep in mind, this is a motorized system, so if you have an outlet, it's best to put it close to an outlet so you can run power to it. Now me, I'm not going to be raising this thing up and down all that often, so I'll just run an extension cord over here, plug it in, raise it up, lower it whenever I need to, and then put it away. But another thing you got to keep in mind are the rails for your garage doors. Your garage door comes up on the rails. If your garage door rail is 30 inches to the wall or closer, I would not install it by that. Like the other side of my garage, the rail is probably only 12 to 15 inches away from the wall, so it wouldn't work there. It would run into the rail for the garage door. This side has more. It's about 36 inches or so away, so we got clearance. That's just something to keep in mind. Other than that, to first install it, you got your top plate here, which is going to be mounted with this cutout here facing up. First thing you need to do is find your studs, which I already have. I've marked them, and you're going to have flags or bolts that you're going to install to anchor this to the wall. You're going to have washers that you're going to use with them. They do provide you with a tool for them if you don't have sockets, but I'm guessing a majority of people are going to have the tools to install this. You're also going to get this little magnetic level that comes with it that you can attach to your top mount to make sure it's level while you're drilling it in and mounting it. They do suggest using 2 in each stud. So the top mount is going to receive a total of 4 bolts to hold it to the wall, and the bottom mount will only have the 2. We have the top mount secured. As you can see, we have 2 bolts on the right and 2 bolts on the left, vice versa, and they're offset, and they're both in each side of the stud. So we got good support there, and now it's as simple as installing the track. Before you install the track, they do want you to install the lower mount to the track, and then it has a built-in level on it as well, so you can center it and get everything perfectly straight. So right now, all we have to do is take this guy and attach it to the top mount right in the center. And there's that. This is the bottom mount that I have installed using 2 bolts supplied by them and some lock nuts. So in order to install this, here you have your motor, your level that's built into it and everything. So basically what we're gonna do here is going to move this right there. That's where it's gonna be level at. And then I'm going to find the 2 studs here and install my 2 bottom bolts into the wall. So what we have here is the upper mount with 4 bolts holding it, the track, the bottom mount that is bolted to the track, 2 bolts in at the bottom, and then they do supply you with a bolt that will go up in here, because you guys saw how I hung the track on that top mount. There is a bolt that goes up behind in order to secure it, and everything is mounted. So now it's literally just installing the shelves on it. This has maybe taken me 20 minutes or so, and that's with recording, so it could go faster for you. And then the bolt is up in there. That's just to hold it tight against the top mount. Then here you have your level to just make sure that everything is straight. And that's it. Now it's basically just hanging the shelves on this. And with these metal tabs, it's gonna create an angle on the shelves. I believe it's a 7-degree angle, just to keep the shelves tilted upwards so nothing slides off. And then if there's a good amount of weight on it, it levels out. Now, this does hold, I believe, a total of 165 pounds, so that's pretty good. But let me go ahead and get these shelves installed. It's just... You saw me install the shelves. They just slide down over it, and this is the setup. You can see the support up here on top for the bottom shelf, and the top shelf, it's on the bottom. And then you get the 2 bolts that secure it to the actual slide or rail. And I just went ahead and ran my extension cord over here. And here it is. So here's the motorized system. And this is the clip for the remote. So it is wireless. And there was another video I saw on this system, and the guy's remote didn't work unless he was like here with it. Well, I can stand on the other side of the garage, and on this remote you just got a plus and minus, obviously up and down. So I'm all the way on the other side of the garage right now. And there we go. Now, as you can tell, it's not the fastest, but you're not really looking for speed in this anyways. Overall, not terrible. And then to stop it, you can just hit the either button, and then to bring it back down, same thing. And then if your battery ever dies or it's not working for you or anything like that, another great feature is on the actual motor itself, it does have an up and down button right here. And then to stop it, you can just click it again and bring it back down, and it does automatically stop once it reaches the top and bottom. Alrighty everybody, so that is my install of the Fleximount. This is the Echo 24 or the Echo 24, which is the black version. It comes packaged very well. I'm gonna go over the pros and cons that I have right here, just the things that I could think of off the top of my head. So, like I stated, the big thing is gonna be, this is gonna be handy for your disabled, elderly, maybe people that have shoulder problems or back problems, can't lift over their head or anything like that, people that can't really use a ladder. It's gonna be really good for those type of people. Now, granted, this is gonna fit basically everybody's needs, but it's gonna be more geared towards those people that, you know, can't be climbing up and down or anything like that. It was super simple to install. Things take me longer when I make videos, and this still only took me about 30 minutes. So if you're not recording a video installing this thing, you can get it done in 30 minutes as well. It's a good size. The shelves are actually bigger than I thought, and that 165 pound limit is pretty impressive for this system, so that's pretty cool. The construction overall, really good welds, powder coating, it's very well built, and it came packaged really well, so no damage or anything like that. But then moving on to cons, the biggest one is going to be the price, because if you're not one of the people that, you know, can't lift over your head, or you know, can't be constantly climbing up and down a ladder, this price point is going to be a little steep. I believe it runs anywhere from $350 to $400. But don't let that scare you away from Fleximounts. They have a very wide variety of shelves, you know, regular shelving system for the wall, corner shelving, ceiling storage, the motorized ones that drop down, which are really cool. I mean, they have basically garage storage for anybody and everybody, all throughout different price ranges and usages. So don't be afraid of the prices. They have a lot of great products. Other than that, the remote distance that I told you about, that I saw in another video, my garage is about 20 feet wide and I had no issues with it, so that's not an issue for me. The other thing is going to be, you're going to need an outlet. If you're going to be running this thing all the time, I suggest mounting it close to an outlet, or you can run it up to your garage door opener outlet. Otherwise, like me, I'm not going to be running this thing very often, so I can just use an extension cord whenever I do need to. The con being, there's no hand crank or anything like that. There's no lifting this up or down without the motor being energized. And other than that, just be aware of the dimensions of this, how far it sticks out so you don't run into a track for your garage door opener or similar things like that, how wide it is so you don't run into a water heater or anything like that. Just those things to keep in mind. So overall, I think this Fleximount shelving system is fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and load it up and we'll see how it does. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.